It's Adrian Brammer in pole position. Are we going this time? Indeed we are. Johnny Goddard throws the Union flag and we're racing, and it's Brammer who's got the whole shot. I think that might be John Gooch in the blue on the front row with him. In kart 23, Brammer leads. Gooch in kart 23 has dropped to third. I think that's Adam Brown that's gone by him. Into the bus stop. Well, we're running split screens here, so you can see the S's, I can't. You can also see most of the straight in front of the clubhouse due to height and the crowd. It makes it a little bit awkward. But you can see better than I. So, coming round to finish an actual lap one, but that is just the start line. The finish line is below me, behind the conservatory on the track, as it were. So, ending lap one. Your race leader, Adrian Brammer, by 0.3 of a second ahead of John Gooch. Andrew Dawson, probably disappointed to be in the pre-B, as he's a race winner this season in the A final. In third, 4 to qualify. Top 4 to qualify to the back of the pre-A. Everybody else goes into the B final. And lap times are important to setting that grid. And I do apologise about the wind, but it's absolutely blowing a gale up here. So it's Brammer, Gooch, Dawson. And Dawson's grabbed the lead after I think Gooch has made an attempt to pass Brammer. It's not gone well, and Dawson's clean through, and I expect Andrew Dawson to pull clear now. The battle will be over that second, third and fourth position. And there's some jockeying going on behind. 3, 4, 5 carts wide. Paul Williams has benefited that in kart 65. It's Dawson pulling clear. So let's reset this field as they go into the S's. It's Dawson from Adrian Brammer, John Gooch, Adam Brown, Nick Trafford, David Story, Darren Townsley, Alexander Lamin. Paul Williams is 9th. Craig Rankin is 10th, making a return to action in Club 100. So 36 is Nick Trafford, currently out of qualification in 5th place. His target is Adam Brown ahead of him in kart 63. So Gooch now drop into third behind Brammer. Brown, Trafford, David Story, I think that is, Darren Townsley. And Dawson's lead is now 1.1 seconds. So Andrew Dawson pulling clear. Brammer and Gooch, hands in the air. Somebody's just been restarted ahead of the field. It's a back marker. It's kart 61. But it's closing up in this top 4 battle. 4 to qualify. And Trafford and Story are closing in on this group. Behind them, Darren Townsley, and beyond them, I think, is Paul Williams. So it's now a group of 4 trying to run down Adrian Brammer for 2nd place. We're going to have a fight on here for those 4 qualifying spots behind Dawson. I'm pretty sure of it. This is 12 12-minute final. Oh, as the wind picks up a bit more. A big hole in the air being punched by Adam Brown. As the wind is blowing from left to right as you look on the screen. So a big tailwind down to the hairpin. As Nick Trafford goes through on John Gooch. And David Story will try and go through with him. But I think the road will go back in Gooch's favour, and here comes Townsley. No. Story's through, and now under pressure from Darren Townsley. That big head is in the way. So Dawson's already into the horseshoe, and it's Brammer. Brown, and looking over his shoulder, I think, is Nick Trafford. Story on his bumper with Gooch and Townsley. Trafford takes a look over his shoulder. He's not gapped in yet. And here comes Story to the inside, into the chicane. Doesn't get it done, and that might open himself up to Townsley and Gooch. Down at the hairpin, and Alexander Lammins joined the party, and Gooch is spat out the back of the pack. Here comes Townsley slicing his way into this group, looking for qualification. He's not there yet. It's currently Nick Trafford in fourth place, and that looks like the fight will be over the last qualifying spot as this group begins to trip each other up. Battle for second, not really a battle, or maybe it is. Brown taking a look there inside of Brammer, but it didn't look serious. Trafford goes deep on the exit of the horseshoe, and Story's right on his bumper into the last corner. Will Story strike down at the hairpin? Not close enough, I don't think. And comes off side by side, cuts to the inside from a long way back. And Story's through, but for how long? Because Alexander Lammin has moved straight onto the bumper of Nick Trafford. Another run up the hill to Billy's Blind. And Lammin is looking to go through. But Trafford comes straight back at Story, and Lammin will take the inside route to do the pair of them. A great move by Alex Lammin, and he moves in the top four. And the top four means qualification. Townsley's still there, so we still have a four, and Gooch, we have a five-way fight for fourth place. Can they hang on to Alex Lammin? I have to say, he does look the smallest of the group, with the possible exception of Gooch. But it normally would be all about weight, except for the fact there's a huge gale blowing into their faces as they come through Billy's Blind. And that will make overtaking easier if you're on the bumper of the cart ahead. Gooch picks off Townsley. Of course, racing round together, this group will actually be going quicker than most. insofar as the slipstream of a group working together will mean they'll be able to do faster lap times, if they time it right at least. Looking further back, Paul Williams is off the back of that group. Jonathan McLeod has made his way up from the back of the field to run in 10th. Jordan Salter, Scott Kelman. So let's reset this field then, as they come through and in through the chicane. It is Andrew Dawson. I tell you what, we'll do it down here at the Horseshoe. It's Andrew Dawson leading by 6.8 seconds from Adam Brown when he appears. There he is, Adam Brown. Adrian Brammer, Nick Trafford in 4th place. What's happened to Alex Lamin? Well, he's dropped back. So either somebody was close enough to challenge or he's made a mistake. So Lamin has slipped back and he'll have all that work to do again. We're only a minute 10 from the finish. So the last lap board will probably be out next time. So this is the battle for 4th place. Trafford takes a look over his shoulder. Story not close enough. Lamin takes a peek down the inside of Gucci. He's running out of corners though. Side by side with Story on the wrong side. Cuts back to the inside. He did that move before and got through. Not this time. I've got a feeling Nick Trafford could hold this to the finish. The Story is not close enough. Into the last corner. It's a win. It's a win for Andrew Dawson. He moves through to the back of the A final. Adam Brown. Oh, it's the final lap this time. Make me look like an idiot. Andrew Dawson then into the last corner complex. Once again, it was round ahead of Brammer. And the battle for 4th place, the last qualifying spot, still with Nick Trafford. David Story on his bumper as he's been for most of this Pre-B final. Dawson's gone through to win. Brown will be 2nd. Brammer in 3rd. Nick Trafford side by side with Story towards the finish line. It's a drag race, but it will be Nick Trafford by 48 thousandths of a second ahead of John Gooch, Darren Townsley, Alex Lamin. Paul Williams was 9th. Jonathan McLeod was 10th. Jordan Salter, Scott Kelman, Pete Gillett, Greg Rankin, Andrew Clark, Mark Turner, David Sterling, James Edwards, Nick Divers and Paul Goddard made up the top 20.